Why do we do the things that we do? Is it habit, obligation, or there's something deeper guiding us? I find it ironic most of the time when I think about certain things like this, because we all are walking a different journey through facing or meeting with different types of people each and every time as we continue walking our life on our journey or working on ourselves, you know. And I've faced moments where I said yes to situations where I wanted to say no and my gut was screaming, no, don't do it. Don't say yes. But I think everyone has actually experienced something like that in their lives where they said yes when their gut was screaming no. And I think it's very important because in those moments we shift something, and in that disconnect there's a disconnect between intention and action. And within that disconnect, that's where great regret lives, you know. Because there are moments where I've found myself with a bad crowd, saying yes to situations where I would have said no, going out and doing certain things because my intentions were not clear. Even if I made something or I wanted to do something, I'll just say, I'll see it some other time. Just let me throw it off. I'll see it some other time. So I'll just make up something for myself so that I leave this behind, which is so important. But as I was growing and raising my own awareness with my own intentions and what I really wanted to do and what I actually do, that's when something just started clicking, knowing that everything starts with you. You are the catalyst of your own change. Everything starts with you. And I knew from that moment that each and every individual is their own catalyst of change. Everything starts with you, with now, in the present moment, not in the future, but not tomorrow, but now. Tomorrow is not promised to any man. I like that because that's true. Tomorrow is not promised to any man. We don't know what will happen tomorrow. So be the catalyst of your own change by being true to your own intentions. Because as I was continuing with the journey, I realized that intention isn't just about what we plan to do, but it's the invisible force behind every choice. The big why we all have, which fuels or either drains us. Because in those moments, you actually now make a choice. It's either two outcomes of it. It's either it's going to drain you or it's going to fuel you. And realizing also that whatever choice that you make in that moment, it actually changes your narrative and it makes you come closer to who you want to be, or it makes you diverge further from the person that you want to be. Because when we look at it in a different way, intention is a promise to yourself before the world interferes. It's what you sat down with yourself and told yourself, like, look, this is how I want to do things. This is how I want to move before the world interferes. And you start changing your own narrative. You start changing the way you wanted to do things. But it's a good thing that we have to go through that before we really find ourselves, our big why. I find it also ironic that it's hard to face intention with action. Sometimes your intentions might be pure, but that still doesn't erase the harmful actions that come with it. It may be in anything, in relationships. Some people are actually pure of intention, but their actions are harmful, and that shouldn't be erased. That awareness also grows into yourself to know, and actually it edges you to actually now think about who you want to be and who you are right now and what you have to do and what are you doing right now. Those are the things that actually I love, and I would love to align with intention, because most of the time we find ourselves judging people by their actions and judging ourselves with our intentions. There's a great quote that I love by this other, it's a poetic quote, which says, we wear out our reasons like an armor and throw others' mistakes like spears, which is very true. And sometimes we do that to ourselves without us even noticing it, because we so much so love to have this appeal of internal justifications for our own actions, which should be something that we look at within ourselves for us to really change and have pure intentions in our own dealings with the world, with our work, with our careers, with our relationships. Because for true empathy to rise, you have to really see things differently. For you to actually face your own nuance, you have to know yourself a bit differently. So to be intentional about everything is very important. It's something that we should all actually strive to do, because the real big question is what we mean to do and what we actually do, because intention without action is a ghost. So, and action without intention, it's a dead road. So intention is very important if we want to actually do something and change our lives for the better. It's something we should all dwell on. If you've watched this far, I'd like to say thank you. And if you're new, please subscribe, because I'll continue dropping videos each and every week. I'm starting to be intentional about this, and I want to continue with the journey. And if you want to see me continue with the journey, please hit the subscribe button. I hope that you have a very beautiful year. And yeah, thanks.